The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
Time for our tale of the tape. Alexander Usyk, 6'3" and 198-centimeter reach. And his opponent here, none other than Alexander Usyk, the former undisputed cruiserweight champion and heavyweight champion of the world, fighting out of Ukraine. Alexander Usyk, the former undisputed cruiserweight champion and heavyweight champion of the world.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, here is the Olympic gold medalist from Ukraine, an undisputed cruiserweight world champion and a unified heavyweight champion of the world, Alexander Usyk. Fighting out of the blue corner, and now from Crimea in Ukraine, here is an undisputed cruise.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
This is it. This is that place. This is that fight venue. This is the place where the action happens.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2. The time has finally arrived. These two men have been jawing at each other for months. The talking is finally over. Now it's time to fight. Good counter punching. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
The charts action from both of these fighters. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. Will get knocked out. Misses with the straight left. And hook was off target. Nice counter shot. Nice counter. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the... On to the second round. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Counterpunch is my favorite kind of fighter.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. The big Ukrainian in big trouble. How are they still standing?
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
So far, both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Beautiful counter punch. misses with that straight left. Very close round with 10 seconds. Hold it right there. Usyk. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
You can't leave it up.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How about that time counter shot? There's a counter shot. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or...
Oh my goodness, Johnny! Usyk might go down here. What an upset! It somehow weathered the storm.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Let him back in. We're better than that.
Here we go to the 4th round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on there. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
And he scores with the counter. Nice counter punch right up the middle. You don't want to trade shots. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. His stamina is off the charts. They exchange punches. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Let me explain to you about a fast fight that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. That's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Well done with that counter shot. No rest for the weary. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your word.
Well, if this a pep. Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the fifth. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that? That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? Can't even go into game plan.
Punch, counter punch. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer. They are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a tusk. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Stamina is off the charts. Good counter punch. You'd like to see more jabs. Swing and a miss with that hook. A lot of effort being exerted here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. It's no secret who has the advantage after that. On to the 6th round. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to fight it somehow.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Nice counter shot. Through the straight left, but it won't score. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. He misses with that straight left. A perfect counter lands. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
When you have a fighter that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Perfect counter shot. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Swing and a miss with the jab. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. We'll see how much endurance. Round 7, here we go. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, slept right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Don't get trigger happy because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Swing and a miss with the right hook. Caution is being thrown to the wind. That left hook won't score. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. The old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
You cannot guess that.
And there's the bell for round 8. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Catch and shoot. That counter punch caught him clean. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. You have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? Holding nothing back here in the round. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. That hook's blocked. Trying to score with the uppercut. That counter shot lands. Some might have thought it was a little bit closer, but in the end, the referees are in a unanimous agreement.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart, that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.
What they say now. I like to welcome everybody out to the Samurai. Indeed. Here we go, one time. Really neat. Very beautifully, very little rated. A little battle raps for you. Little battle rap. Really neat. What you got? Very beautifully, a little rated. A little battle raps for you. So a lot. Come on through. Big eyes looking like skies and binoculars. Two nights live singing by the opera house, but not in it. Just by it, someone alongside it. A long silence. A strong, vibrant, meditative song of guidance designed to raise islands to blind and save the Simons with warm regards and age kindness for today's climate. In the vein of gang violence meets the gang's demises, and it bangs, rises like wings on a plane, plus a pilot who can fly into the eye. Hurricane, Iris stylish, same shoe in different sizes, with evidences of the mileage and the growth. Top hats and coats, tuxedos and throats where the bow ties post. Folks look past the lower class blower of the notes and tell unspoke jokes as they approach what she'll never be inside. But she holds, yeah, really need, really need, really need, very beautifully, very beautifully.
Who could forget when Tyson Fury fought Francis Ngannou right here at the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia? Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ring sights?
He is the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali. Watch the footwork, watch the hand speed. No one does it like Ali. Smoking Joe Frazier, Philadelphia's finest in the heavyweight division. There's no one quite like Smoking.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, here is the Olympic gold medalist and legend of boxing.
All the talking. Frazier's been in so many hellacious battles over the years. The trilogy with Muhammad Ali. His fights against George Foreman. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Good counter punching. Defense is not an option for these two. Missing with the hook. Their trilogy will live forever in boxing lore, but can they add another epic chapter to their story here in this one?
This was called Fight of the Century. We've got to find a name for it. We've got to make it special. Fight of the ages, fight of the planets, fight of the gods. The boxing gods. That's it, the fight of the gods. This is that fight.
He scores with the counter. That jab misses. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Punch, counter punch.